Should you change your job for more money? Let's talk about that objectively in this video. For you to really figure out and understand if you need to change your job for more money, because I believe at the end of the day, you need to make a smart decision. A decision which is going to work for you for the long term and also is going to enable you be able to increase your earnings in a sustainable way. That's what I want us to talk about in this video comprehensively. You'll understand scenarios when it's good to change a job. You'll understand when it isn't ideal to change a job. You'll also understand the hidden costs that always come with a person changing their job. So watch the whole of this video for you to appreciate the different insights I'm gonna share. In case you are new here, my name is Afagza Sifuna. I am a finance expert and qualified accountant, making you amazing videos about investing and making money each and every day. In case these are kind of topics which you like, down there is a button called subscribe. Click the button to subscribe to my channel, and I will still add it. Drop a like on this video. Thank you for subscribing and liking this video. Having said that, let's start with the first section of this video. Why people typically change jobs, right? People out here change jobs for multiple reasons. Maybe a person has worked in a given company even for 5 years, 7 years. They are looking for opportunities for career growth, right? They are looking for opportunities to increase their income because maybe their salary hasn't increased or hasn't changed for the past few years. Sometimes people are changing jobs because they are moving away from a toxic work environment. Their current work environment is toxic and they desire to move away from that, okay? And also sometimes they change because they want to learn more. Simply put, what they have been learning in a given place, they have reached the peak of it. They want new challenges for them to be able to learn and broaden their network. Those are some of the reasons as to why people out here do change jobs. So let's look at scenarios when changing jobs do make financial sense, because not every change of job out there makes financial sense. Now let's look at scenarios when changing jobs make financial sense. And the first scenario is in case that particular change comes with increase in salaries which are substantial. And I'm talking about the comprehensive remuneration package, your salary, including taxes, any other costs. In case the change is substantive, then it might make financial sense. And then the second scenario is in case, in addition to the money, that particular change comes with better career prospects and also the potential of you learning new skills. Because I strongly believe out here in any job place, we need to earn and also learn. So in case, in addition to the money, there's also opportunity for career growth and you learning new skills, it could be a good thing to explore. And then the third case where also a change makes financial sense is in case the compensation package is way, way better than the existing one. Maybe where you are right now, you don't even have insurance. In case, in addition to the better salary, you are also getting insurance, you're getting other allowances, which are going to assist you lead a more quality life, then it makes sense for you to change your job. And then the fourth scenario, when it makes financial sense, is in case a company you are going to is more strong financially, it is stable compared to your current employer. That might also signal a good thing for you to do because it means over time, your earnings are going to be stable and the risk of you being jobless is going to be minimum, assuming the company continues doing its business and they require your role. And then the fifth and last scenario, when you changing a job makes financial sense, is in case it aligns with your long-term career goals. Because all of us have career goals, so in case it aligns, that is perfect. Opportunity to get money, comprehensive benefits, you learning and aligning with your career goals, that is something amazing. I believe those are the 5 scenarios when changing your job for better gains makes financial sense. Now, let's look at a scenario where changing your job could actually be a bad deal. Because remember, not every change is a good deal, right? There are those scenarios where in case you change your job and move, you might actually end up starting to regret as soon as you move. Which are those scenarios? The first scenario is in case you are hopping on a job which has higher stress levels. That could be a bad thing for you because look at it. In case you are pursuing an increase in your salary of maybe 20%, but you are going to bump into higher stress levels, that is only you jumping from the frying pan to the fire because you are moving from maybe something you know to go to more toxicity and more stress. And then the second scenario where it could be a bad deal is in case there's additional hidden costs, like for example, commuting costs, right? Longer working hours, you spending longer on traffic, etc. That is going to affect the quality of your life, which basically mean that might be a bad thing for you to pursue, even if from the face of it, it looks like your salary is gonna increase a bit. And then the third scenario where you changing your job could be a bad deal is in case the company has a bad culture and also weak leadership. That you'll be moving to something which is very toxic, because a bad and unclear culture and bad leadership or weak leadership is going to be the source of your problems once you enter that particular company and start working for them. And then the fourth scenario is in case job security is not guaranteed despite an increase in salary. Sometimes even a company could hire you. You sign a contract where they're increasing your salary and then they end up closing the business barely 1 year later. That is why you also need to look at the company's stability and how they are behaving in a given market instead of just looking at higher salary. And then the fifth reason or thing which could make a bad move is in case it limits your future growth. Case in point, if you move into a given new role is not really adding to your skills or responsibilities, right? That might seem like an upward trend on a salary, but then again, you are going back when it comes to your career growth. So in that effect, it isn't a very good deal because of this money addition, but it is something which is ending up affecting you, okay? And now having talked about that, let's now look at the hidden costs which come with every change of job, so that as you are making a decision, you also know, is it good, is it bad, and whether it is good or bad, what are the hidden costs which come with you changing your job, because they're typically hidden costs which people don't reflect upon until they begin encountering those hidden costs in the course of their new work. And the first hidden cost is typically taxes and living costs. Guys, you might be going for a higher salary, but then it pushes you to the next tax band, therefore ending up actually paying higher tax. Or even so, you might be moving there, maybe getting an increase of 10%, but that 10% increase, you're going to consume that money in relocation and also commuting costs. So check that out before you jump on any opportunity and do your financial math very well. And then the second hidden cost is sometimes losing flexible working environment. And I'm saying so because if you stay in a given place for long, it is natural for you to develop a flexible working environment, whether it is your own arrangement or even agreement with your manager. So you move into a new job without really thinking deeply will end up affecting you, because that is going to really hamper how you are flexible with your job. And as adults out here, we all desire to have flexible work environment so as to be able to cater for our other responsibilities. You could be moving to a new job which doesn't have flexibility, therefore hampering your other aspects of life. And talking about other aspects of life, the third impact could be increased stress, okay, which might end up impacting your health and even family dynamics. Most people don't look at that. They just look at, hey, salary has increased, let me move. But the reality is that if you're moving to a new stress environment, it's going to affect your health and in return also impact your family dynamics. And then the fourth hidden cost is a reset in reputation and networks or connections. Let's face it, you are most likely going to a new company which has new people, which has new stakeholders, which has new customers, which has new regulators. All these require for you to reset your reputation and start building afresh compared to where you are currently. Where you are currently, you already have capital called reputation, right? Reputation is already an asset for you. If it is working for you and you decide to leave, you're most likely going to risk that to start again building a new reputation. It doesn't mean by default that it's going to work out, but then again, depending on context, it could be a good gamble to take. But if it's most likely going to work against you, you might need to rethink before you jump on any new opportunity, because it might end up affecting you. And then the fifth hidden cost is that you'll end up missing future promotion opportunities and bonuses. Remember, you are doing resetting. Where you are going, they need to really assess you afresh. You need to become credible there afresh before you even enjoy any bonuses and new promotions. So you're going to be foregoing the current opportunities in your current employment dynamic for you to pursue a new opportunity. So have all these hidden costs in mind as you are embarking on any opportunity out there, because those are realities for everybody out there. Whether it is a good deal for you or a bad deal for you, these are hidden costs which you are going to bump into. So guys, having understood that, what is a simple framework which you can use for you to be able to decide if you need to move or not? I think there are three most important things you need to be looking at. The very first thing is total compensation package. Is it way better than your current package? And of course, factoring all the hidden costs, taxes, you name it. Is it way better? The second thing is career prospect. Is it a job which you are seeing really yourself growing into and working for your career in the next 3-5 years? If the answer is yes, it could be a good deal. And then the third and also very important thing is company culture and leadership. Is it strong leadership there? Is the culture, people are talking about it positively, right? Both the current employees and former employees, are they talking about a particular culture in a positive way? In case all these things are yes, maybe it is a good opportunity for you to pursue. But in case any of them is no, you might need to reconsider your position so as not to get from frying pan to the fire. Guys, what do you think about this video? Do you think people should just be moving solely because of more money, or they need to consider all these things I've spoken about? Comment down below. Let's continue discussing. Cheers, guys, and you all stay safe.